What's up Top 10 fam, hope you're having an awesome day. I'm your host Ayman Hassan and welcome back to another video. Woohoo! I love the holiday season, whether you celebrate Christmas or Hanukkah or nothing at all. I feel like everyone is just happier in December. And we like happy people, don't we? Yes we do. Let's turn those smiles into tears now though, because these are the top 10 scary holiday myths. Starting us off with number 10 is FRAU, PERCHTA. I know I didn't say that right, but I really did commit, didn't I? And I'm happy about that. Now this one is an Eastern European legend, and honestly, if you're well behaved or on the nice list, you have nothing to worry about. But let's be real, we're all a bit naughty, aren't we? Let's just face it. On the Feast of Epiphany, which celebrates the revelation of God as Jesus Christ, PERCHTA sneaks into the homes of kids, and if they're good, they get a coin in their shoe, but if they're bad, she slices open their stomachs, takes out their internal organs, and then puts straw and pebbles there instead. Sometimes she looks like a young woman wearing a white dress, and in other versions, she's an old hag. Why are these characters always old hags? It's a thing, it's a stereotype. Either way, she's a shapeshifter, and I'm not here to get my stomach sliced open because I know I've definitely been naughty this year, so gotta miss me with that. Coming in at number 9 is JOULUPUKKI, aka the Christmas buck or Christmas goat. Now, this Finnish myth terrified kids growing up because I mean just the look of it is bad enough. Said to have demonic looking horns and hooves, the buck goes around in tight leather pants and a fur trimmed red leather coat. Kinda sounds like the villain him from the Powerpuff Girls, who no one really knew what he was, but he was just weird and creepy. Anyway, around Christmas time, it goes around finding naughty kids so it can beat them to death, which I mean is a bit much. Like, what if I'm naughty this year but nice next year? Like, give me a chance. I don't deserve to get beaten to death because I had a bad year. Rude. At number 8 we have KRAMPUS. That's how the German pronunciation was saying it on Google, you guys, so I'm gonna just say it like that. Anyway, I feel like this is the most famous one on the list. We've all heard of this German half goat, half demon monster equipped with fangs and a pointed tongue. His name literally translates to claw, and he's one of Santa's right-hand men. Legend has it that he beats and abducts all the naughty kids during Christmas, and he literally just swoops into your house, stuffs you into his burlap sack, and then eats you as house or lair. I feel like villains always live in lairs, so I'm guessing it's a lair. He's usually depicted carrying birch branches, bells, and chains, so he has the option of which weapon he wants to use on you, because who doesn't love options, am I right? Who loves being spoilt for choice? KRAMPUS, evidently. Filling at number 7 slot is the TOMTEN. Now this little gnome is part of Scandinavian folklore, and honestly he looks quite cute, but he's not. Sweet but psycho, you know, kinda like me. This Christmas monster is very easily offended, and if he finds a naughty kid, he does one of 4 things. He either beats you half to death, kills your livestock, drives you insane, or kills you with his poisonous bite. Why are gnomes so pesky? They're never doing anything right. I hate them. Now at number 6 is BELSNICKEL. Now the tale of BELSNICKEL originated in the Rhineland area of Germany back in the 18th century. He's a companion of St. Nicholas, who's essentially Father Christmas, who's essentially Santa Claus, and he's 100% not a nice guy. Confirmed. Certified. Legitimately. Looks wise, he's this dirty old man that wears raggedy clothes made of pelts and skin, which is already problematic in and of itself. He carries a switch to beat kids that misbehave and is essentially a creepy anti-Santa. It's like a good cop bad cop scenario. On one side you get presents, on the other side you get beat. It's like life. Coming in at number 5 is XMAS. Now I don't say XMAS in real life, but I always abbreviate Christmas to Xmas on text and stuff because hello, efficiency and less letters to type. Lazy. Well, did you guys know that saying Xmas is actually very sacrilegious? I did not know that. Apparently back in the day, the more religious Christians thought removing Christ himself out of the word was just unforgivable. Xmas was looked at as more of a secular term rather than a Christian one, and Christmas is essentially a Christian holiday. But if we look at the history of the word Christ in Greek starts with the letter X, but it's pronounced chi. So really, it's actually quite a logical nickname, and everyone's just a hater that needs to relax a little bit. At number 4 are KALLIKANTZAROS. Now these Greek goblins are talked about in Turkish, Siberian, Bulgarian, and Greek folklore, and they're meant to live underground. Legend has it they spend their whole lives sawing down the world tree, which would result in the world ending. Either way, they always get close to sawing it down completely around Christmas time, so they take a break and go above ground to terrorize humans, because apparently we deserve that. But when they go back underground, they realize the world tree has somehow healed itself, and then they spend the next year trying to saw it down again. It's said that kids born during the 12 days of Christmas are at risk at transforming into these goblins, so I mean if your birthday's around this time, sucks to suck, dude. Sorry not sorry! Filling our number 3 slot is GRYLA. Now this is an Icelandic legend involving a giantess that lives in the mountains and essentially only comes out during winter to hunt down naughty kids. If she does manage to get her hands on one, she boils them into a stew and literally eats them. GRYLA started becoming associated with Christmas back in the 17th century, and kids became so scared of her that the Icelandic government actually had to ban parents from using her legend as a parenting technique. And if she's not bad enough herself, GRYLA is also the mother of the 13 YULE lads, which we'll get onto right now. Now at number 2 are the YULE lads. Lads. Sorry, that was my inner British humour coming out. Anyway, we're not lads on tour, we're the YULE lads. Either way, the YULE lads are the 13 sons of GRYLA and Lepeludi, and they're literally a bunch of evil pranksters. They harass the whole population, and each one of them have a specific name that goes along with the things that they do. Names like Meat Hook, Gully Gawk, and Window Peeper, so I mean you can well imagine what those 3 do in their spare time. Those things. They come to town one by one on the 13 nights leading up to Christmas and torture naughty children, and I mean 1 versus 13, the odds are clearly not in your favour, people, to stay inside. And finally, at number 1 is FOUETTARD. This French legend translates to Father Whipper or Old Man Whipper, which I mean already we're off to a very bad start. So FOUETTARD is Santa's right-hand evil man. Legend has it he used to be a butcher that craved eating children, so he decided to do just that. Him or his wife lured 3 kids to his butcher shop somehow and killed them, chopped them up and seasoned them with salt of course, and then ate them. Santa came to the rescue and resurrected the boys because he can apparently do that, and took FOUETTARD captive and made him his servant. And now his job is to punish bad kids on Christmas by spanking the shit out of them and slaughtering them into one of his stews, which I don't know how Santa condones, but I guess we're just gonna push it under the rug and pretend he doesn't know what's going on. And that's it for today's video, guys. Halloween isn't the scariest holiday of the year, evidently. Christmas is pretty spooky too, who knew? Well, we know now after this video. Let me know what you guys thought in the comments below, and as always, I'm your host Eamon Hassan, and I'll catch you in the next one. Bye! Oh, come on now. YOULUPUKKI. KRAMPUS. Merry Christmas. You're gonna be like, alrighty then. So actually, chi, and that's a start. I don't even know how that link makes sense. I just saw it on the f***ing site and I was like, fair enough, okay. They're like, no. Which would result in the world ending. Merry Christmas. It said that kids born during the 12 days of Christmas are at risk of transforming into one. No. GRYLA. Why are these all like Icelandic, Scandinavian? Yeah, they really are. Did someone just come in?
No, I thought so, but no.
Well. And finally, at number 1 is FOUETTARD. Oh, f***ing FOUETTARD. This French legend translates to French. No, it doesn't. This French legend translates. Me? No, me. This French legend. This. So FOUETTARD is in Santa. So FOUETTARD is fan. Me! Why?
You're doing so well.
I'm not! I hate having to pronounce words that like. Okay, just keep it together, Eamon. And that's it, you guys.